Change your life in 2026. For most people, there is a noticeable distance between who they are today and who they want to become. There are small actions you feel you should be taking and big goals you believe you ought to reach. Things like exercising consistently, eating better, learning a new language, writing your book, reading more, or finally spending time on your hobby instead of endlessly scrolling through Reddit. Often, it feels as if reaching these goals requires becoming a completely different person, someone who is disciplined, consistent, motivated, and strong-willed. Maybe you have already tried to be that person, and maybe it even worked for some time, but sooner or later, you slipped back into your old patterns. In the end, it feels like you always fail, and with each failed attempt, frustration and self-blame grow stronger. If you listen to the hustle and success culture online, the message is simple: if you failed, it is your fault. You just didn't want it badly enough. But the truth is that change is genuinely difficult, and like many things in life, understanding the reason behind the difficulty makes it more manageable. The jungle. Imagine your brain as a thick, overgrown jungle. Moving through it, such as when you decide to do something new, is like walking through a real jungle. It is slow, tiring, and requires effort. Your brain dislikes wasting energy, so it developed a shortcut. Every action you repeat creates a path in this jungle. When you do something for the first time, you flatten a few plants and create a rough trail. As you repeat the behavior, the trail becomes clearer and easier to follow. Eventually, it turns into a path, then a road, and over many years, a wide highway. Traveling on these mental highways feels easy, familiar, and comfortable. The stronger these highways become, the more your brain prefers them. That is why we often keep doing what we have always done. This is also why change is especially hard in adulthood, when the brain is already full of established roads. To understand how these roads form, we need to look at routines and habits. What you do. Routines and habits. A routine is a set of actions you perform in the same way because they have produced good results before. For example, you cook a meal using the same ingredients and steps because you like how it turns out, or you set your alarm for the same time each night because it fits your schedule. Routines are guided by a thoughtful planner in your brain. This planner thinks slowly, analyzes options, and considers future outcomes. It is willing to choose uncomfortable actions if they lead to a desired result, such as waking up early or taking a cold shower. Over time, routines can turn into habits. Habits feel much easier because they require little to no conscious thought. You have repeated them so often that your brain sees them as rewarding and appropriate responses to certain situations. When something is a habit, you don't debate whether to do it, you simply do it. Habits are activated by triggers. These triggers can be objects, times, places, or entire situations that signal your brain to begin a behavior. You already experience this daily. Seeing your phone makes you unlock it, sitting in a car makes you reach for the seatbelt, or buying coffee makes you automatically buy a snack along with it. Habits are controlled by a more impulsive part of the brain. Like a small child, this part reacts to what feels good right now and ignores long-term goals. For it, the future does not matter, and effort is something to avoid. When it detects a trigger, it pushes you toward the familiar mental highway that leads to a